10 years ago, I started collecting elements, and over the years, I've collected most of the periodic table. I've got elements such as chromium, barium, and another YouTuber's favorite element, thallium, just to name a few. But the focus of this video will be on magnesium, in particular, a sample I've had for many years and hand polished myself. It's a double-sided magnesium mirror that I made from a coarsely ground magnesium wafer. I sanded it to a mirror polish using nothing but a flat surface and a piece of printer paper. However, because of magnesium's high reactivity, it is very sensitive to air, and the mirror's clarity can become cloudy with oxides. Now, being an element collector involves knowing a little bit about a lot of different elements. And over the years, I've learned how to clean, maintain, or otherwise remove tarnish from many different metallic elements. But with magnesium, I've had one rule. Don't use acids. To demonstrate why you shouldn't clean magnesium with acids, this beaker contains 2.5% acetic acid. That is only half the strength of store-bought vinegar. And almost immediately, the magnesium metal is already dissolving in solution. Regardless of how weakly acidic this solution is, it will do far more than just etch the metal. And when I came back several minutes later, I saw that the metal had completely dissolved. In a previous video, I showed how magnesium metal even dissolves in a solution of boric acid, albeit very slowly. Now, to put this into perspective, there's some pretty weak acids out there, but boric acid is so weak and pathetic, it won't even react with copper carbonate. And it's also worth keeping in mind that magnesium also reacts very, very slowly with water, even at room temperature. And when magnesium is above its ignition temperature, its reaction with water becomes dangerously apparent. So when I see people online cleaning their magnesium samples with things like vinegar, I'm just like, what are you doing? You're damaging the metal. The reason I'm making this video is because one person cleans his magnesium samples with super dilute hydrochloric acid, a strong acid. Now, immediately, I was skeptical. But because I have a mirror of magnesium, which is a very, very sensitive sample, I thought I'd give it a try. So this begs the question, why risk destroying your magnesium sample just to clean and polish it? Well, we element collectors can be pretty fussy about our samples, particularly the purity and the appearance. I've always used Mother's Mag and aluminum polish to clean my magnesium mirror wafer. However, some people disagree with using metal polish to clean their metals, because if you spend enough time looking at metals, you can learn to spot the difference in color between a metal that has been polished this way and one that hasn't. So, in this beaker, we have dilute hydrochloric acid. In this beaker, we have water, and in this beaker, we have water. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put just a few drops of dilute hydrochloric acid into this beaker, about 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. That's it. No more than that. Now I'm going to take this slightly tarnished magnesium mirror, swirl it around there for a few seconds, and then wash in the water, and I'll dry it off, and we'll see what happens. Alright, moment of truth. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wash in the water. And time to dry. So actually, by the looks of it, it looks even more tarnished now. There's some brown coloration on there. I'm not sure what that is. It wasn't there before, I can tell you that much. And the other side, oh, Oh dear, what is that? What is that on there? It looks like some of it came, well, no, it didn't actually. Don't get me wrong, the magnesium, it does, on this side it looks shiny anyway. It looks shinier, but there's some brown discoloration on there, which I really don't like. Okay. 1, 2, and wash. So after the second washing, it looks even worse. There's more discoloration, especially where I was touching it. That may have something to do with it. On the other side, oh dear. Oh dearie dear. Look at that. Alright, so I figured because I'm obviously touching it, something's reacting with the gloves and getting on there. I think it's from the chemicals I last used to polish this with. I think that's what the acid's reacting with. So this time I'm going to hold it from the sides. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and wash. On the third washing, things still did not improve. It just keeps getting worse and worse, honestly. What if I increase the acidity? 1. There we go. Wash it a fourth time. Let's see what happens. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, let's wash it off. Here we go. Wash that off. Okay, so the fourth washing may have improved it very slightly. It's hard to tell at this point. It looks very, very shiny, yes. It does not look etched, which I'm surprised by. The brown tarnish still remains, and perhaps we can get rid of it by more washings. I'm going to try washing it once more, longer this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well, this doesn't seem to be working. It is just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse the more times I try it. Now, don't get me wrong, this looks super shiny compared to how it was before I started, but the tarnish cannot be ignored. It simply cannot be ignored. And here is the magnesium mirror a couple days later. Of course, the tarnish is still there. It's also slightly cloudier again, possibly because the acid removed some of the protective coating that the metal polish offered. So here you can see the tarnish much better. It's obviously still there, as it is on the other side. It's still got a nice mirror polish, as you can see. It does not look etched, I don't believe. Observing the mirror under a microscope both before and after the acid washings confirms that there is in fact no corrosion, no pitting, no etching of any kind. So, conclusion. I learned that yes, you can in fact clean magnesium metal even if it's a smooth mirror with acid, so long as it is ridiculously dilute. However, if you clean it this way, you'll have to clean it more often because the metal polish creates a protective layer on the metal that prevents oxidation for a longer period of time. Also, you need to pick one or the other. You can't do both. If you polish it with the metal polish and then put it in acid, it's going to get tarnished pretty badly. Now, because I want my magnesium mirror to have a nice new shine again, I'm going to get some tissue paper the metal polish, and I'm going to get polishing. It's very messy. And after some messy polishing, oh my God, look how shiny and clean that is. Holy cow.